I'm gonna need to climb underneath that string at least 10 times during the filming of this video, so... Today I will be ranking, I think 10? Ranking some of my favorite cosplays / cosplays that I could easily find pictures of in my massive photo storage because I keep everything on my phone and I don't delete anything, so I had to go through like 10,000 pictures just to find these ones. Could I have picked other cosplays to rank? Absolutely. Do I have other cosplays that I could have ranked? 100%. These are just the most accessible ones on my phone, therefore they must be, to a degree, some of my favorites. So, in this house we rank cosplays in pajamas? Sure. Let's do it. Super special thanks to my production team. You guys, I really couldn't do it without you. You are really what make these productions happen, and I'm just so thankful for you guys both. First up, this is Hannah Alexander's Kiki's Delivery Service. I love this movie. Growing up, we had a VHS tape of some Disney show like Aladdin or something, and one of the previews was for Kiki's Delivery Service, and the preview is so moving, like it just made me really want to watch this movie. I didn't get to watch this movie until much later in life. I saw my first Ghibli movie in like 2015 I think it was. This was a really fun cosplay to make. I think the dress was from Amazon, but I made the cape, I made all the bows, I glued all the gems on. I wear it with these really chunky heels, so I'm like this really gigantic Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. It's a total winner. So we're just gonna put this one right in the middle and start from there. I don't really know how this string is gonna work or even hold up, but hey, that's not too bad. We're going with it. All right, next up on the list. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one. This is Queen Padme Amidala's red Senate gown. This is what I consider to be my first cosplay that I made from scratch. I sourced all the materials. I patterned my own everything. Like I made the skirt, I made the tunic, I did all the beading. I made the head thingy from scratch. This is one of my pride and joys. I entered my first cosplay contest with this outfit, and I entered as a beginner, and I was there and everybody was just like, dude, that's really, really something. And I was like, I know, thank you, I'm so proud. I was not humble. Never have been, probably never will be. This is going, let's establish the terms. This side is the highest ranking and this side is the lowest ranking. So we're gonna put this one pretty high. We'll go here. Next up. Another Hannah Alexander. I have a weird obsession. It's not even a weird obsession with this designer. Hannah Alexander just consistently makes really, really cool, intricate, detail-heavy designs of popular characters in media. This is Mercy's Overwatch. I poured my heart and soul into this costume. It had so many elements that I just was really unsure if I'd be able to execute or not. For example, the dress. I airbrushed that dress. There's a whole video on it and it's probably a boring video to watch now, but if you ever wanted to learn how to airbrush a dress, I have a video on it, go check it out. That's a full circle skirt. This costume is big and clunky and heavy, and I wear really tall heels in this one as well. I'm a 7-foot tall Mercy from Overwatch in this costume. It's kind of insane. The wings, I'm not a very good foam worker, but I really challenged myself on the wings. There's a ton of like little detail work that went into this. I entered this in a cosplay contest, and when I was doing my performance portion of the judging, I almost tripped on stage because this dress it's so much, I can barely even handle it. Also, my necklace broke while I was on stage, and that scared me, and I was like just holding it on with my double chin the best that I could. So, you know, this costume is a little bit of a mixed bag. I'm gonna stick it right here, because I don't really know how this is gonna go rank-wise. That's what we're going with for now. Okay, I put these in a random order. I know what costumes they are, but I don't need to know what order they come up in. Oh, this one. This is an original design. It's an 18th century inspired Rococo Cinderella. The shoe and the hair lights up. I made everything from thrifted fabrics. Like, the bulk of this dress is curtains from my local Savers. The very same Savers that I just did a thrifting video on. That's how dope that Savers is. I made the shoes, I made all the little baubles and pearls and everything that goes onto the front of the dress. This dress, it feels like you're wearing a wedding cake, honestly. It's just like so ornate and over the top. And my performance for it is probably my favorite performance of all time. I just really, really nailed it. I had the music going. I had like all these secret pockets I was pulling stuff out of. Like I was like fan, a rose that I pulled out of one of my pockets. And I won Best in Show in this cosplay and $1,000, which is crazy. This one, this is going towards the top. Ooh, but is it ahead of Amidala? Here's the thing. The Amidala costume has so much sentimentality and I put a lot of work into it, but this Cinderella costume, I think it's gonna have to go above the Amidala. All right, next up. Oh, this is my most recent cosplay. This is the Winter Olaf's Frozen Adventure Elsa. We got 10 yards of velvet, 10 yards of organza, just a ton of sparkle, a wig that almost destroyed me. This is by far one of my favorite photo shoot locations. We went to the ice castles for this one and it was a lot of fun. Check out my page and watch this entire video series because I put a lot of work into this and a lot of people really enjoyed it. I enjoy it. I love looking at this costume. As far as ranking here though, we're going off of my favorites. So I think we're gonna go here. We're just gonna fill this spot. This ranking could change at any moment. I could change my mind and something end up on the bottom. Okay, next up, another Hannah Alexander design. This is Hannah Alexander's Morticia. I think Hannah Alexander did like 3 designs for Morticia and I did like a compilation of all 3 designs. I just picked my favorite aspects of each design and then just put it all together in one outfit. This costume was featured on the entire back page of a cosplay magazine. I submitted the picture and then like 6 months later, found out that it had been printed on the back of the magazine. Like my friend sent it to me and she was like, dude, my magazine just came in and you're on the back cover. And I was like shocked because I kind of forgot that I even submitted it. It's got sparkle, it's got volume. These sleeves are just like massive and it just, I feel like floating around everywhere I go. Like at any moment I could just burst into like a cloud of bats and just be gone. The wig is trash. I think I eventually curled this wig into like a Mother Gothel styled wig. There is also a video about that, but I absolutely fried it in the process. The little tiara thing, I have like a little Sailor Moon tiara like across my forehead. It makes it look like I have a giant unibrow from a distance. Not that that's a bad thing or anything, but that's what it looks like. It also shows a lot of leg. As far as favorite costume goes, execution wise, I think we're definitely gonna put this one on this end. Morticia is one of my favorite characters of all time. I know I can do better than this cosplay. I think I did this whole thing in like a matter of 2 or 3 days, so I just didn't put a lot of work into it, you know? So we're going to move on. Yes, my Wonder Woman costume. This is like my go-to casual cosplay. If I am going to an event where I want to wear pants or I want to wear like a casual cosplay that's like easy to wear, has pockets, I can bring a backpack with me, but I still very much look like a character. This is my go-to outfit for that. I wore this for an International Women's Day photo shoot that was held at the State Capitol building, which is a really great place to go take pictures if you're ever in Utah. Yeah, this costume makes me feel very comfortable, very powerful. It's super recognizable. I can use my regular hair, which is great, so I don't have to wear a wig. And wigs kind of like bother my head after a while. You know how it is. Fun facts about this cosplay. So these are my everyday work pants, and then this is a corset that I got from Hot Topic back in like 2010, and I kept it in my closet for so long just because I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it, and now I'm glad that I didn't get rid of it. The jacket is thrifted from Savers. The only thing I did make on this costume is the little arm bracers. I also made her lasso. I'm talking myself into putting this on the bottom. Wonder Woman, like again, she's one of my favorite characters, but the execution on this cosplay is just like not quite to the caliber as like some of these other costumes are, so we're gonna stick it down on the bottom. Okay, who do we have next? Another Amidala. If I had to pick an all-time favorite character, I don't really know if I could actually choose just one, but Morticia, Wonder Woman, and Amidala would definitely be, like, we're talking top 10. These are like characters that I really resonate with. Strong, independent, powerful women getting stuff done. Like, yes please. This is Senator Amidala's packing gown from episode 2, Attack of the Clones. If I'm wrong, people will let me know, so we'll go with that. I put a lot of work into this costume. I did a ton of beading on the front panel of the vest. Big puffy Edwardian looking sleeves. The vest is an absolute nightmare, honestly. I did that thing where I was like, I have leftover black stretch velvet, so I'm gonna make something with it. And that's how this cosplay was born. I was like, I just have all these materials, I might as well use them. I have since sold off a lot of the bits of this cosplay just because I don't wear it very often anymore. It looks amazing in pictures, but in real life it's a little lackluster. I do still really like it though, so I think we'll probably go like this. the packing gown in between Morticia and Kiki. Right. Oh god, okay, I kind of forgot that I even put this costume in here. And maybe I subliminally put this particular costume in this lineup so I would know I absolutely had a dead last when it comes to the ranking, but this is one of my greatest disappointments in my cosplay portfolio. I had massively high expectations for this cosplay. This is a historical, like Regency styled Elsa. I'll put the picture of what it's supposed to look like on the screen right now, as well as the original artist who drew the image. I have this thing where I really want to use thrifted and sustainable fabrics to create beautiful cosplays, and a lot of times it does work, like with the Cinderella outfit. That works. I don't know if you guys can even see that. I'll bring it down. It totally works in this application. But here we have like 4 different kinds of bed sheets and just no structure. It really lacks any semblance of eye-catching detail work. There's just something about it that I don't like. Also, above all else, the fit is terrible. I don't love Regency styled gowns on my body. I love them in shows like Bridgerton or Pride and Prejudice, but an empire waist on me is really not my favorite. Also the wig, I will freely admit the wig was really bad. Elsa's one of those characters that I wouldn't typically resonate so much with, but I have kind of like a funny history when it comes to the Frozen franchise. I didn't live in the United States when Frozen got super big. I was like living in South America, and it just wasn't as big down there as it was here. And so when I came back to the United States, everybody was over Frozen, but I was like, guys, I've only seen the movie like 2 or 3 times, like, and I've only seen it in Spanish. I want to obsess over this show. I want to like get into it, but people were like, no, it's overplayed. You need to let it go. And I was like, I'm literally never going to let it go. Hence this cosplay, which I love. I love the character Elsa. But this one, the original concept drawing for this art is beautiful. My practical application of the art and concept is lacking. So it's going down here. I don't even know if you can see this on the screen. If it's off the screen, I don't even care. It's on the bottom, not my problem. Okay, I just lied, it is my problem. Slide them on down. The string is holding up better than I thought it would. Oh, too far, too far. What about that? All right, this is the last cosplay of mine that I will be ranking, and then we'll see if we need to rearrange anything, and then that will be the final ranking. So let's see what we've got. Oh. This is my Katara cosplay, Season 1, Avatar: The Last Airbender. This cosplay has been through it. When I made this costume, I pretty much just found some like random blue fabric in my mom's sewing stash. Like, we're talking, this is the year 2008 maybe? Looking at it, I know it's a disaster. I know this is not a good cosplay. If people want to call cosplays good or bad, this isn't good. It takes decent pictures because you can be really particular in pictures and how you pose and what lighting you use. The background is totally fake. I took this picture in my front room during the pandemic when I was obsessed with editing my cosplay pictures into different backgrounds. Yeah, this is trash. But the character is, again, one of my favorites. She just has so much hope. As far as the ranking goes, this one definitely goes down on the bottom somewhere, but is it before Morticia? No, it's definitely after Morticia. Does it go on the very bottom? Like, I know it's not a good cosplay. I know it's kind of like a piece of trash. Like, it literally, this is like plastic material that I was working with. But I kind of am feeling like doing my thrifted Regency Elsa cosplay a little dirty. So we're gonna put this piece of trash ahead of that piece of trash just to really show it who's boss. And it's me. I'm the boss. This is my house. These are my cosplays. This is my ranking. This is what we've got. How do I feel about it? From the bottom up, I feel pretty good about these bottom ones. This one's definitely the very worst of the worst bottom of the bottom. This cosplay doesn't even exist anymore. We cut it up. We used it for something else. Trash, comfortable. Had potential, but executed it too quickly. Definitely has potential, prettier in photos than in real life. So I feel really good about that end of the spectrum. This end of the spectrum, it gets a little bit more difficult because these are like my big players. These are the costumes that I'm the most proud of. I feel like Kiki is the perfect middle ground for all of these because I wear it to a lot of conventions if I want like a really comfortable day. It's just like a skirt and a little cape and it's like, oh, it's cute. She's a Ghibli character. Awesome. So we'll keep that where it is. As far as these, Mercy, Elsa, Queen Amidala, and my original Cinderella design, I feel like I could switch these two. The Mercy design uses a larger variety of skill than the Elsa design. I think I can go ahead and switch those because thinking about it now, the Elsa design it's all sewing based. There's no foam work, there's no armor. There was a little bit of wig styling, but like in comparison to some of these other wigs, it's really not that much more. Next, we've got Mercy, Amidala, or Cinderella. These are like my big winners. These are my babies. These are the ones I'm most proud of. Mercy has wig styling, armor, detail work, fabric work, airbrushing, all great skills. Amidala has wig styling, structure work, rhinestoning. I patterned all the pieces myself, and I really didn't even know what I was doing at the time. For it to look as good as it does is kind of a cosplay miracle. The Cinderella one, like I made that one from the ground up. Like there is not one single bit of clothing on me when I wear that costume that I didn't make. I made the stays, the panniers, the little pillows that go like around your waist to make your silhouette look right. I only spent $100 on that cosplay. I still to this day can't even believe that's a reality. Like if I could put all three of these in first place, I would, but I can't, and it's time to be decisive. Does Mercy go above the Queen Amidala? I'm gonna say no, and here's why. I executed Queen Amidala when I had much less skill, much less confidence, and much less of like a background doing all of this stuff, so I'm gonna keep it in second place. The Mercy cosplay fell apart a little bit on stage. Again, my double chin absolutely saved my life, and then my walking skills almost made me crash and burn because I tripped over the skirt a little bit. The Cinderella one, I won Best in Show with that costume, and I just don't think it belongs anywhere else except for on top, which makes me feel like it might be time to make another 18th century inspired Disney princess, maybe one that swims in the ocean. But for now, I think this is my ultimate ranking. I'm kind of wishing that I would have done more of my cosplays. This is just a small fraction of what I've done over the years. I'm thinking to myself now, like, it would be so much fun to see all of my cosplays just like ranked. Even the really, really trash ones. Like I did this one of Oscar Isaac and it's like him eating Cheetos out of like a bag with chopsticks. And that's one that I'm like oddly proud of. And like I would put it in this range, even though it's not like my best, most amazing cosplay, but like with this current lineup, I could comfortably wedge it in just right here, you know? I am very interested to know what you all think about this ranking. Do you think that the Regency Elsa belongs on the very, very bottom and that my OG Cinderella design belongs at the top? How do you feel specifically about these top 4 ranking? Do you think Elsa should have been higher than the rest of them? I'm genuinely interested in what you guys have to say about this ranking. Follow me on Instagram for daily updates on what I'm up to, what I'm making, what I'm sewing. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. More videos are on their way soon. And in this house, we craft in pajamas. Cameraman, did we get it? We got it all? That's great. You look amazing today, by the way. Your mustache is just really, really something. You should be proud of that. There's just something about you both. It's just like I can feel the raw charisma just coming from you. There's like a bond between the three of us. Really special. I'm really, really grateful to have you both as part of my production.